Hey everybody out there, mediacube podcast, Rome and Ivan, glad to see you all guys. Today we're having a short YouTube news digest. First and foremost, we're going to discuss the news about the elimination of dislikes feature from YouTube, which is very exciting, and we're going to talk about how YouTube will tackle this. And also we'll discuss new opportunity introduced by YouTube for creators to add voice tracks in different languages to their videos. But before we get down to this, Roman, I want to discuss a couple of more news from YouTube. First, for me, it is pretty important as I'm a young parent, or relatively young parent, but a nice... Relatively young, yeah. But a nice thing about YouTube is that new parental control tools will appear on YouTube. It will launch a new control system due to which parents will be able to decide what their underage children can watch. So you'll be able, guys, to configure restrictions by videos for children from 9 years old, videos for teenagers from 13 years old.
So is it about the YouTube itself, not only about YouTube Kids? Because
no, it's about YouTube itself.
Because on YouTube Kids, it has already been implemented a couple of months ago, more than a couple of months ago, I think a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I think as long as it works pretty great for parents and for kids, they're going to implement the same system in YouTube itself.
Right, YouTube as a whole. But this is a smart and wise thing to do. I mean, because there are a lot of controversy in the world about the...
Controversy and lawsuits
lawsuits, yeah, about content watched by kids on YouTube.
Yeah.
So this feature really tackles all these issues, and a smart thing to do. Another new feature, which Roman said was actually not new, but I haven't tried it out myself yet, is that in YouTube Analytics, you're now able to compare the performance of your videos based on various parameters, like the whole set of parameters.
Well, actually, it already existed, and what they introduced as a new feature is that you can compare the first hours, first days of the performance of the video.
Okay.
So you can track how audience is interacting with your video during the first day, and you can compare it with the performance of other videos on your channel. And based on this, you can make some conclusions and decide what you did wrong and what you did right. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. But why is this first day so important?
Because the first day is going to be, and always has been, the most important metrics for algorithms in order to push the video forward. And the better video performs, the better is going to be pushed forward by the algorithms to the starting page, to the browse features, to the recommendation system, and so on.
I see. So, right, we're getting down to the main points of our today's discussion, actually interaction with videos. Part of this interaction is dislikes.
Yeah.
There was a huge debate about this on Instagram, but Instagram announced that they were going to eliminate likes so that nobody is able to see how many likes you have.
I think it's a disaster for influencer marketing agencies who work with
not really. Well, actually, not really.
You can track the number of impressions, or
you can track. Well, yes, you can actually get this information from the influencer, him or herself. Like you yourself
so you're
able to.
You're still going to have the like button, but you won't see the number of likes.
Right. You as a viewer, as part of audience, you won't be able to see it. But as a creator, you will be able to see them.
I see. The same with YouTube. There is a feature where you can just mark it with a tick, the graph.
Already?
Yeah.
Okay.
It always has been.
Uh-huh.
And you will the audience will not see how many likes versus dislikes.
How many likes and dislikes?
Yeah.
But now
you can still click it, but you will not see the exact number.
I see. But what I think they're testing right now is that
just the elimination of the entire feature of
the elimination
of dislike button
of dislike button. And so, what have you heard of this? And what do you think
actually,
of this?
I've just heard it, and as long as it always has been a feature within the metric that is called engagement rate,
Yeah.
and it always considered to be not like one of the most crucial parts of the video performance, but still, when you track the number of likes and you minus the number of dislikes, and it had its impact on how the video is going to be presented in recommendation system algorithms, etc. And if they eliminate the button itself, so they are going to like repurpose their recommendation system too, in some way.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to ask you about. Is that dislikes are part of engagement rate?
Yes.
I mean, no, there's no difference in how many likes or dislikes you have. What really matters is how many interactions are there.
Not really. They say we cannot know that for sure, but yes, it's an interaction. That's for sure. But as for the engagement rate, when you have the number of likes, you subtract the number of dislikes, and this is the measure that you have that will have impact on the video performance, because when the algorithm understands that the video is disliked a lot, so it's going to be pushed down.
I see. Right, so let's go through this news and see whether we're right or not. I've just found it. Right, YouTube announced it will begin testing what could end up being a significant change to its video platform, going to try hiding the dislike count on videos from public view. Pretty much the same as they did with Instagram.
Dislike button, right? Or just dislikes?
Hiding dislike count. So probably they're gonna leave the dislike button and leave the opportunity to dislike the video.
You will still be able to view the number of likes, but not view the number of dislikes.
Right.
Because currently you can remove the ability of the audience to see the number of likes and dislikes at the same time. Yeah.
Right. Let's move further. The company says it will run a small experiment where it will try out a few different designs where dislike counts are no longer shown.
Yeah.
However, none will see the dislike button itself removed entirely. So currently they decided to leave this button as is. The goal is not to remove the ability for users to signal they disliked a video.
Yeah.
Creators will still have access to the video's like and dislike count from YouTube Studio, and dislike will still help power YouTube's recommendation algorithms. This is what you just told. Instead, YouTube says that the idea to try hiding dislikes is based on creator feedback. And probably there are a lot of letters from creators saying, "Hey, we are embarrassed by the dislikes we have."
One of the biggest disgrace of this is the YouTube Rewind of 2018 or 19, where it was a record of the number of dislikes on a single video. It was more than 10 million, I guess.
Gosh.
And the
can be depressing.
Yeah. And the comparison between likes and dislikes was also huge. Like 10 times more dislikes than likes.
Yeah, this could be the reason.
YouTube didn't hide it. They didn't hide the count of dislikes and likes, even if it was the broken record.
Right, yeah, but YouTube explained it actually. We've heard from creators that the public dislike counts can impact their well-being, well, yes, and may motivate a targeted campaign of dislikes on a creator's video.
Yeah, that's right.
Sometimes
there is a case, but anyway, in the majority of cases, you still can see the number of dislikes and decide for yourself whether it's a good video or not. In the majority of cases.
Yeah.
I don't mean the situations when a bigger blogger is going to advise his or her audience just to go to a different channel and dislike every video just because they just said something wrong. It's a different situation. And in this case, the blogger can just remove the ability to see the ratio between the likes and dislikes. And what they're trying to test here, not sure for me yet.
Yeah. So they move on with their explanations. We're testing designs that don't include the visible like or dislike count, so they haven't made up their minds yet on how it will be implemented. In an effort to balance improving the creator experience while still making sure viewer feedback is accounted for and shared with creators. So probably they'll use Instagram's model.
Mm-hmm. But for me, the value of dislikes is to understand whether it was clickbait, thumbnail, or title. Because when it's about something that is currently interesting at this point, and you would like to find some information, some videos on that, and you still see the dislike button, the number of dislikes that is much bigger than the number of likes, you will understand that it just was a clickbait thumbnail or the title, and it helps me, for example, a lot. From this perspective.
Sure, yeah, it is helpful, definitely. Like they also showed off one potential design that is being tested that simply shows the same button layout.
Yeah.
But instead of a number of dislikes, this is just a button dislike and the word dislike that appears underneath the thumbs down icon. So you see everything is the same. You just don't see the dislikes count.
Yeah, I see.
That's it.
Well, I think we're going to keep the audience updated on this, and we'll get back when something gets more clear. Yeah,
but from what we see now, I mean, the news is pretty fresh. From what we see right now is that they are still thinking it over. They still haven't made up their minds. Obviously, there are several options, several designs that they are testing right now. And, I mean, probably nothing's going to change at all.
Yeah.
Like...
when they reconsider it.
Yeah.
So what the hell are we doing right now?
Yeah. So, right. Another interesting, exciting thing is it is not debatable. Everybody understands it's pretty cool compared to dislikes, which is debatable and which is being debated.
This one is also going to be debatable, and I will explain why.
Yeah, all right. So YouTube has just added an opportunity to add extra voice tracks to your videos in different languages. Like if you want to localize your content, you can just record the voiceover in the language you need, upload it, and that's it.
Yeah, and they're testing it out with MrBeast at the moment. It's the only channel where I've noticed this feature available, and the latest videos by MrBeast have different voiceover tracks. The original is English, and the localization into Spanish. What exactly is wrong with this model? Pretty many channels currently are creating separate channels. They are launching different channels in different languages in order to make it available for the audience from different parts of the world, from different speaking groups. And why this model is better is that because you are going to have that very audience that is specific for this particular region, and it's more clear for algorithms how to push this video and to what audience.
Yeah.
And from this perspective, I think YouTube has already implemented the feature where you can localize your titles and descriptions. You do not have the ability to localize your tags. So, for example, if the original video is in English, you're going to have only English tags, or you're going to mix it somehow with all the languages that you're going to localize your channel to, your video to. For example, partially part of the text field is going to be in English, part of the text field is going to be in Spanish. Or they're going to completely devalue the importance of tags at all, if they are going to implement something like that. And I think this is kind of controversial, and I'm not sure what's going to happen to the channels that has already been translated into localized into different languages
Again,
as a separate channel. Because when you're trying to launch the same channel but with different metadata without additional voiceover, now it's not okay for YouTube. They are going to consider it as a reused content because you do not add much value to that because you can use the internal features. When they are going to spread and introduce this ability to add the different tracks in different languages, I think their goal is to limit the number of different localizations and just to have one channel with different audio tracks. But still, it's a big question from the point of view of metadata. But
yeah, it's a big issue with the point of view of metadata. Another thing I'm thinking of right now is that we've discussed this several times before here. Is that people in different countries prefer different types of content.
That's right.
So even if you're localizing your content to a somehow different culture from your native culture, although the content itself may be the same, but you may have an insight from your friends from this country that in terms of editing, people in the country, you want to change the editing, you want to change the final cut, you want to change something, maybe the music, etc., etc., etc. So you want to somehow reshape
music is not a problem as long as it's a absolutely separate audio track.
Yeah, but not the music, but I mean the editing itself. I mean you may want to somehow reshape your video to match the expectations of the audience from another country.
Maybe some countries like Korea, they would prefer the content that is edited much faster than for audience in other parts of the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right.
And in which case, you definitely will need a separate channel for content localized to other countries, or to Korea, say.
So here, I hope that YouTube is not going to, put this limitation to every channel that is localized. They will give the additional opportunity not to create a separate channel, but still they are not going to consider it as a reused content when you create a separate channel in different language.
Yeah.
So I think this solution is going to be win-win both for YouTube and creators.
But another interesting thing is branded integrations.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean,
this is something that you would like to remove if it's not for the audience you are looking for. That's right.
Exactly. So this one is also a pretty tricky issue still, and like we've just mentioned this news, and see how many questions we have. There are just two of us here, and see how many questions we have right away. I mean, there will be and must be many more questions from users, from creators, from audiences regarding these two updates, and so therefore they are now still being tested, not implemented 100%. So
but still, it's already there. It's already on YouTube.
Already there.
Yeah, so it's when they are reaching this point, it means that they have big plans on that. And I hope that it's going to be just an additional option, not the must-do solution as it was with the different metadata and translation of metadata.
Right. Yeah. So, but anyway, we'll update you on this. We'll make such like short YouTube news digest once in a while on our podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe once in a month. So stay tuned, and we'll update you on this news and other news from YouTube as well. And next time in a week, we'll have a special guest, as you're probably already used to. And we'll call it a day for now. Roman, Ivan, mediacube podcast. Stay tuned.
See ya.
Bye.